Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. This is class 4th English subject. Class 4th English subject. Today's topic is text to text predictions. Text to text predictions. Before starting my class, I want to ask you one thing, children. Have you completed S1 workbook? In the previous class, I asked you to complete S1. Have you completed? Hope you all have completed. Okay. In today's topic, we are going to see text-to-text predictions. What are predictions? In the previous class, I have told you in block 1. Predictions means guess. Reading something or by seeing the picture, what can we guess is called prediction. Right? Now, text-to-text predictions. Pictures we know. Now, what is text-to-text? Means the matter, the content what they have given, either in a paragraph or as sentences form. Making by seeing that what we can predict the story. For example, I can give you in the previous block 1, I have explained you 2 stories. One is the Golden Goose. One is the Golden Goose. And what is the other story? Do you remember the other story? Yes, the torch story. The torch. In these 2 stories, we read about settings, we read about characters, we read about beginning, middle and end of the story. But all are different. Settings were different, characters were different, beginning, middle, end of the story also different. One thing is similar in the 2 stories. One thing is similar in these 2 stories. What is that? Can anyone tell me? Yes, moral. Moral of the story is similar. What is similar? Moral of the story. What is the moral of the story? We should not be greedy. We should not be greedy. This is the moral of the 2 stories. How did we understand? By reading the text, we understood, by reading the text of these 2 stories, we have understood that moral is the same. Yes, children, understood? Now, let me explain you what was the story in the torch. Obviously, you have read the story, I have explained you the story, you remember the story, I believe. Now, once again, just the starting part, the beginning of the story I want to explain you so that you get the clarity of what is text to text. Is it clear, children? And one thing I want to appreciate, children, many of the project workbooks who have submitted for correction wrote the story very nicely. Really appreciated. Pat on your back. Very good. Now see here, children, just I have written a bit of the beginning of the story, the torch. Why? Because in the previous class we wrote the beginning, middle and end of the story of the torch. The scientist accidentally invents a torch which turns everything into gold. He wants to help needy or poor people. He wants to help needy or poor people. So first, to whom did he help? The lady who was sitting outside her house and she was weeping. Why she was weeping? Because she don't have sufficient money to pay the fees of her daughter and to purchase the uniform. Right? So if you go and see the text, this text till here it is okay. And the Golden Goose story is different. There was a woman with her 2 daughters, they were very poor. Yes, here the text is different. But in the middle of the story, what happened? In the middle of the story, the Golden Goose started helping the old man in that story. And here the scientist started helping Maya. Right? So, comparing a story with another similar story help us to make the predictions. Once again I am repeating, comparing two stories, one story with another similar story can help us to make the predictions. Okay. Now open your workbook, children. Block 2, S2. Text to text predictions. Text to text predictions. As you open the book, write the date. Write the date 8-8-2020. Okay. Here they have given you one story. What you are going to do in the first question, read the paragraph, underline the details that remind you of the torch or the golden goose. Read the paragraph, underline the details that remind you of the torch or the golden goose. What you are going to do, children, as we read the story, which all texts are similar to these two stories, the torch and the goose story, we are going to underline the details. If you remember, I have explained you what are details. Key details, remember? Main points of the paragraphs. Okay. Now here there is a story. As I read, I want you to keep your finger over there and also, if possible, repeat. If you repeat, that would be more better for you to understand. Okay. See the first question, children. Shall I read the paragraph? Keep your finger. There was once an old tiger in a forest. One day, as he was walking near the lake, he found a gold bangle. The tiger picked it up and thought that he could use the bangle to catch his prey. Prey means what, children? In Hindi we call it as shikar. In Hindi we call it as shikar. That means any other animal hunting the other animal to eat for its food. Okay, in Telugu ఆహారం కోసం వేరే యానిమల్ని తినడం. Okay, as he was thinking, he saw a traveler on the other side of the lake. The tiger thought he would make a delicious meal. Delicious means tasty. Delicious means tasty. So he asked the traveler if he wanted the gold bangle. The traveler was scared, but he wanted the gold bangle very much. The traveler jumped into the lake to swim towards the tiger. Now here they have given only the beginning of the story, middle of the story. What happened at the end of the story, we don't know. Right? First, we are going to sort out this first question, children. We are going to underline the main details of the story. We are going to underline the main details of the story. As per my first class instructions, keep your stationery ready always. Take out a pencil and we are going to underline the main key details. From one day, first line, one day as he was walking near the lake, he found a gold bangle. The tiger picked it up and thought that he could use the bangle to catch his prey. This is the main detail of the beginning of the story. Now what is the middle of the story? The traveler was scared, but he wanted the gold bangle very much. The traveler jumped into the lake to swim towards the tiger. This is the main detail for the middle of the story. Okay. Now see question number 2. Question number 2. Choose a prediction for the story above. Now here is the story, right? They have given the beginning, middle, end. We don't know what happened. For us to guess, that means for us to predict the story, they have given us the clues. Okay. Now from these clues, we are going to choose any one proper clue and write why did we choose that prediction. Okay, we are going to give the reason. We are going to give the reason why did we choose the prediction. See the first A prediction, what they have given. The tiger gives the traveler the gold bangle and the traveler swims back happily. Can it be the prediction? No, because the tiger want to eat that person, that's why she told that I will give you the gold bangle, you come over here. So this might not be the proper prediction. See the second. The traveler gets caught in the marsh and drowns in the lake. He may die. We may not say, we cannot predict. So see the C bit. The traveler gets caught in the marsh and the tiger comes closer to help him. Then the tiger attacks and kills the traveler. Oh, this might have happened. Now see the D bit. The tiger goes to sleep waiting for him to swim across. So when the man reaches the other side, he takes the gold bangles and run away. We may take this prediction, children. Yes, he is also safe. But here the man is very greedy, right? So what can we write? We'll take the option C and then we are going to write the end of the story. Okay, why did we select C bit for the prediction? That we are going to give the reason over here. Okay. See over here, children. This is the answer for the second question. That means here I have given you the reason why we have chosen bit number C for the prediction. Okay. So I want you to complete the second answer by using proper punctuation marks. Always start the sentence with capital letter, end the sentence with full stops, and wherever the other punctuation marks like commas, capital letters, you are going to use the same. Okay, children? Complete second answer. Now see the third question of S2, children. Imagine that the tiger saw a hunter with a gun on the other side of the lake. Predict the end of the story. Now see, in place of the gold bangle and all, here if the tiger saw a hunter with a gun on the other side of the lake, what might have happened? That you are going to predict now. Because you are facing little problem to answer the question by your own to formation of sentences, I am helping you by giving the answer, children. See here, this is your third answer. If the tiger saw a hunter on the other side of the lake, comma, it would have acted as if it was dead. This would have made the hunter come closer to take a look at the tiger. And when the hunter did that, the tiger would have jumped up and eaten him. This is your third answer, children. So complete S2, children. Hope you are doing your work day to day. Again and again I am reminding you, complete the work day to day. Whenever you get any SMS to submit the books, see that your parents submit the books for corrections, children. Okay, thank you. Meet you in the next class.